What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to GamerFuzion. Elden Ring Tarnished Edition just hit Switch 2. That means a whole lot of people are walking into the lands between for the very first time. So today I am giving you the full route to the fastest rune farm in the game. This is turn by turn from the moment you leave the graveyard. You stay at level 1 the whole way there. You never fight a single boss. And when you arrive, you can be past level 30 off 1 kill. Follow the directions exactly and you cannot get lost. Let us get into it. First, what we are actually riding toward. There is a giant sleeping dragon in Caelid called Elder Dragon Greyoll. She has been lying there since before you arrived, and she never properly wakes up. She is worth 50,000 runes by herself. The 5 smaller dragons curled around her push the nest past 70,000. Normally you kill her once and she is gone for good, but there is a quirk in how the game hands out her reward. Killing Greyoll gives you 5 dragon hearts. Rest at a grace before those hearts land in your inventory and the game puts her back. You keep every rune. From Software has cleaned up plenty of rune exploits over the years. This one they have never touched. Here is everything you pick up along the way. Torrent, so you can outrun anything that chases you. A weapon that causes blood loss, which is what actually kills the dragon. A gold pickled fowl foot for the rune bonus. And a talisman called Radagon's Scarseal, so you can hold that weapon at level 9. You do not go out of your way for a single one of them. Every item on this list is sitting on the path we are about to ride. Take the samurai if you can, because his Uchigatana already causes blood loss. For your keepsake, take the lands between Rune, which is 3,000 free runes. Skip the tutorial entirely and take the lift up to the surface. The moment you step outside, you are in Limgrave, and there is a grace right in front of you. Light it, now look downhill and slightly to your left. Out in the open field, there is a small stone church standing completely on its own. That is the Church of Elleh, and it is your first stop. Ride straight down to it. You do not need to buy anything from the merchant sitting there. Just take the whetstone knife off the floor and light the grace inside the ruin. From the church, turn north and follow the road uphill. You can already see where you are going because there is a huge ruined gate straddling the road ahead. That is Gatefront Ruins. Light the grace in front of it. Because it is your third grace, the cutscene fires and Melina turns up and hands you Torrent. Before you ride anywhere, open your pouch and equip the Spectral Steed Whistle. That is what actually summons the horse, and plenty of new players walk for 20 minutes without realizing. While you are still standing at Gatefront, walk into the middle of the ruins. There is a small stone pillar with a glowing item on it, and that is the Limgrave map fragment. Grab it and your whole map fills in. Now ride northwest along the road. There are caravans out here pulled by giant beasts, and one of them has a corpse on the back holding the flail. You can loot it from horseback without ever stopping. The flail causes blood loss buildup of 50, which is higher than the Uchigatana. It needs 10 strength and 18 dexterity, and we solve that for free later. Now open your map and fast travel back to the first step. That is the very first grace you lit when you came out of the lift. From that grace, turn so the sea is on your right and ride toward the cliff edge behind you. When you reach the edge, do not stop and do not look for a path down. Ride straight off it. There is a spirit spring waiting at the bottom, so you land with no fall damage at all. Down on that ledge is a corpse holding the gold pickled fowl foot. Loot it, then turn and face the glowing golden updraft. Hold jump and Torrent rides the spring right back up to where you started. The fowl foot gives you 30% more runes for 3 minutes. Do not use it yet. 3 minutes is almost exactly 2 dragon kills, so it is worth saving for the end. Open your map again and look at the far south of Limgrave. You are looking for the narrow strip of land that connects down to the Weeping Peninsula. Drop a marker on it so you have something to ride toward. Now head south and keep the water on your right the entire way. The road funnels you down naturally, so you do not need to navigate much. As the ground narrows, you will see a camp built across the bridge below you with soldiers standing around a fire. There is a ballista down there and it hits genuinely hard. Stay hard right against the cliff wall and let it fire once. The bolt lands in the dirt in front of you and does nothing at all. Then keep riding straight through and past the camp without stopping to fight any of it. Open the map one more time and fast travel to Caelid Lake North, which is back up in central Limgrave. This is the leg where people get lost, so take the bearing seriously. From that grace, you are riding due east all the way across the middle of the region. Keep the lake behind your shoulder and hold that line. You will ride underneath a huge stone aqueduct that carries a road overhead. That is your confirmation you are going the right way. Past it, the land opens into grass with soldiers scattered through it, and you ignore every one of them. Torrent outruns all of it as long as you never stop moving. Keep east until the tree line breaks near the coast. Standing on its own out there is a small ruined chapel. That is the third church of Marika, and it is the most valuable stop on this whole route. Walk inside the chapel and look at the floor in the middle. Sitting there is the flask of wondrous physic and a crimson crystal tear. Take both of them. Now walk to the back wall behind it. There is a sacred tear on the ground that permanently upgrades your healing flasks. Light the grace while you are standing in there. Then walk out the back of the chapel and into the trees behind it. Tucked into the undergrowth is a small stone teleporter glowing blue. Step into it. It throws you clean across the map into Greyoll's Dragon Barrow, which is the far corner of Caelid. You just skipped hours of the game at level 9. You land at the Bestial Sanctum, standing under a giant black statue. Do not go inside the building and do not talk to anything in there. Summon Torrent, turn around, and ride south down the long flight of steps. There is a bright yellow tree on your way past with a golden seed under it, so grab that as you go. Keep heading south, and the ground opens onto a long stone bridge. There is a dragon standing on that bridge with its wings spread, and it absolutely looks like a boss fight. It is not going to catch you. Ride straight at it and hold your line, because it swings once and misses anything moving at full gallop. Off the far end of the bridge, hug the right-hand cliff and keep riding. There is another boss out in the open field to your left, so do not drift toward him. You will pass a long stretch of open flame burning on your right. Keep it on that side and stay out on the grass. Ahead of you is a squat stone fort with no roof sitting on its own in the dark. That is Fort Faroth. There is a grace right outside it, and you absolutely need to light it. The entire farm runs off that one grace. Head inside and climb the ladder all the way to the top for the right half of the Dectus medallion. You will want that later for the lift up to Altus. Then drop down through the hole in the roof. There are giant rats down in the dark, so keep moving and do not trade hits with them. On the floor at the bottom is Radagon's Scarseal. Read what it actually says. It greatly raises your attributes, but it also increases the damage you take. Equip the Scarseal and watch your stats jump. Mine went from 12 strength and 15 dexterity up to 17 and 20. That clears the flail requirement at level 9 without spending a single rune. The damage penalty costs you nothing out here because nothing on this route is going to hit you. Now go back to the Fort Faroth Grace and ride west. You will run straight into Greyoll and you genuinely cannot miss her. Ride down the length of her body to the tail. Two-hand your weapon and start swinging into it. You are not out damaging 88,000 health with raw numbers. You are stacking blood loss, and every proc rips a huge chunk off her bar. If your numbers stay small, your weapon has no bleed on it. Give it around 5 minutes of steady swinging. This is the part you have to get right, so watch her health bar closely. When it is nearly empty, stop swinging and use your foul foot, then get back on the tail and keep hitting until she flinches. That flinch is your signal to run. Summon Torrent straight away and ride back east to the Fort Faroth Grace. It is only a few seconds away, which is exactly why you lit it on the way in. You need to be sitting at that grace before her death animation finishes. If you make it, the runes land in your pocket and the dragon hearts never do. Skip the dialogue and turn around. She is lying right there alive and ready to go again. The timing is far more forgiving than it sounds. Let us talk numbers. On a fresh save, Greyoll is worth 50,000 runes on her own. Add the 5 little dragons around her and it is about 70,000. In this run, that took me from level 9 to level 31 off 1 kill. On New Game Plus, she is worth 100,000. A full loop is roughly 2 minutes once you know the ride back. So you have the runes, Vigor first, and it is not close. Vigor is your health, and everything in this game hits harder than you expect it to. 40 Vigor is the first soft cap, and that is your early target. 60 is the second one, and that is where most builds stop for good. After that, feed whatever stat your weapon scales with. Strength for the heavy weapons, dexterity for the fast ones. Those soft cap near 53 and then again at 80. Endurance gives you stamina and equip load, and the stamina return dies off at 50. Get Vigor to 40 before you touch anything else. 4 things that will cost you a run. Using the Fowl foot too early because it runs 3 minutes and it does not pause for menus. Dying on the ride back, which leaves 80,000 runes lying in Dragon Barrow with a dragon sat on top of them, forgetting to take the Scarseal off before you go fight something real, and bringing a weapon with no blood loss at all. Check the passive effects line on the weapon screen before you ride out there. One last thing, because I am not going to pretend this is the best farm forever. For a fresh character, Greyoll wins easily, since nothing else is reachable at level 1. But once you finish Varia's questline and unlock Mohgwyn Palace, the Albinoric camp takes over completely, with the Sacred Relic Sword people are pulling around 6 million runes an hour there. Use Greyoll to get on your feet and move to Mohgwyn when you can. So which one are you running? Let me know down in the comments. And that is the whole route, start to finish. If this got you there without getting lost, genuinely goes a long way. Subscribe if you want more Elden Ring guides like this one. Thank you all so much for watching, and I will see you in the next one.